We live and breathe primarily from the ocean. So without the ocean, there's no us, there's no life on Earth.
We have knowledge. Education is out there on what we're doing to our environment, but is that knowledge enough to make people change their behaviour? How do we get people to care and actually change what they're doing in their daily life?
It's pollution and it's something that could be contained. I think it's just, laziness, it seems, on the part of humanity.
We want everything to be fast and convenient and cheap. Well, there's a consequence to that.
So last year we did a 6-month trip around the whole Australian coastline doing beach cleanups. It was pretty heartbreaking because there was only 2 of us. We only had 1 car and only a limited amount of bags. So we decided to come back up with 10 more pairs of hands.
Yeah, we sort of just tried to put together a group of people that were able to represent a whole lot of different sectors of our society.
Hi, I'm Nicolette. I'm Georgia.
My name's Alice.
And I'm a designer from Melbourne.
And I'm a wildlife ecologist.
A physical oceanographer.
I am an artist.
And I also play music in a band.
I run Tidal magazine.
And I'm studying marine ecology.
I'm working in museums.
I've always wanted to get up to this part of Cape York. Iron Range National Park in Chile Beach has been on my bucket list for a long time, and the chance to come up here and help the ocean and clean up the beach, I thought that was really important as well.
Chile Beach is in the far north. It's a remote location. Takes about 2 days to drive from Cairns, for example. Mostly on dirt roads, etc.
So does everyone have all the equipment they need? Because obviously once we get up there, there's no way to get anything. You're looking at no electricity, no water, so you're just going to be dirty, sweaty, hot. Yeah, there's not a lot happening up there.
I was just wondering, tomorrow night, are we going to be out of reception, do you know?
Yeah.
Should I say my final goodbyes? Yeah, I'll say goodbyes tonight.
Yeah,
okay.
Feeling pumped. Yeah, so excited to be hitting the road.
Going to the country, I don't know my name, I don't know my name.
Got my jeans, bro.
Going to the country, I don't know my name, I don't know my name, I don't know my name. Going to the country, I don't know my name, I don't know my name, I don't know my name. I'm going to the country, I don't know my name, I don't know my name, I don't know my name.
The driving conditions were pretty hairy in some sections, but overall it was pretty smooth sailing.
The dirt and the dust, especially once you get past or the truck comes the other way, you're just left blinded for a few seconds, so you got to trust your judgment and keep going along the road,
I've never seen anything like the landscapes we were driving through is just incredible.
Suddenly, you're kind of in rainforest and then you pop out and there's just fields of termite mounds and birds flapping everywhere.
As soon as we got into that red earth, that felt like the real Australia that you were seeing.
Going to the country, I don't know my name, I don't know my name, I don't know my name.
They got a problem? Oh yeah, look, driving up to this part of the country, it's pretty much inevitable that you're going to have some sort of mechanical issue. Alright.
Yeah, literally just then when we overtook that truck, I had no power going up the hill and I was like, what the hell's going on?
Really?
I wonder how far we have to go.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, break it properly next time.
How good is this?
Welcome to Chile Beach.
Not even windy.
Not even.
Good job. Good driving.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was an epic drive.
Incredible.
I love the smell.
So nice. The breeze, eh?
So good.
First piece up. Yeah, there's quite a lot, hey? Check it out.
It really blew my mind that such a remote place where people have virtually never been was covered in litter, more than any other beach I'd seen in the cities.
Yeah, the scale of the problem, I think, is way more than I could have even imagined.
If I go home and try and explain this to the people who haven't been up here, like it's just such a hard sort of thing to comprehend. So that's pretty scary that like there's, you know, these areas of Australia that people just don't know about that are just so polluted.
And we're liars at night. We're perfect at dawn.
This morning we're going to start at 8:30, which is about 28 minutes away, and we're gonna we're gonna meet Heidi down there for a quick briefing, and then I think what we're going to do is just start, because the tide's so high, we're just going to start doing this first section of the beach just on foot. But yeah, stoked to have everybody here, and I hope you all have a really, really awesome time.
The most useless plastic award goes to the coffee pod.
And then we get a lot of these white shaped bottles. They'll like be this size or maybe a bit bigger. So we think that up in PNG they're bleach bottles, so they pierce them, throw them in the water up on the reefs to kill the fish and then just scoop them up.
It's pretty upsetting. Yeah, like a lot of the debris that we're finding so far looks like it's from fishing gear. So yeah, it's a little upsetting, to be honest.
It shows how much it's a global problem and it's not just what's happening here, like, and you know what's happening out in the islands affects us here, but what we're doing here might float over to Hawaii or something, so it's all connected.
Yeah, the little bits are the painful things. They're finicky. Starting to really hate drink bottle lids already. Yeah, I feel like I don't want to buy anything with a lid anymore.
It's time to phase them out, I'd say.
Oh no, stepping on pumice and then finding more trash under the pumice that you've just cleaned, yeah, is crazy. Like, how much is under the sand, I guess.
People don't have a clue how much rubbish is washing up because they just go to their local beach, which is relatively clean compared to what we see up here.
Yesterday afternoon, going up the southern end of the beach was really full on.
It's quite expensive to see, and it's hard to have to leave a lot of it down there as well.
I mean, the amount of huge items, and then for every big thing you've got, you know, like 50 little things.
A lot of the microplastics and that kind of thing is hard to have to walk by. And
yeah, I was pretty blown away by just the amount, especially because they just did a cleanup last year. You know, this is just 1 year's worth of accumulation, so yeah.
Disgusts me a little bit, you know, to see so much rubbish on the beach, but hopefully we can make a difference and start seeing where it's coming from and hopefully stop it at the source as opposed to just doing a patch solution like this.
So collecting data is just as important as removing the stuff off the beach. If all we do is clean up, we're going to be doing that forever. So the beach cleanup is stage one of a process, and collecting data enables us to figure out what's impacting specific sites.
It really gets you thinking about the kind of things that we're producing and the huge array of different ways that we're polluting.
Have broken glass as a category.
jars, like food jars for category?
We got one plastic cup.
One plastic cup.
Like a few years ago, I would have bought a bottle of water and not even thought about, I don't need this, I can refill my water bottle. And really, it just comes down to the awareness.
I'm starting to see all the different ways that my life has some kind of a polluting influence that you might not have noticed otherwise, because it's so easy not to notice it.
Where the pumice floats on the surface of the water and it looks like land, but it's super rocky territory.
Unfortunately, we have to stay away from the water's edges, especially around the back swamps behind the beach. So it's a bit devastating having to leave some of the rubbish that you can see in there because there's big piles, but
better to be safe than dead.
We're out at Portland Roads trying to catch a queenfish or giant trevally, but the tide's starting to push in and I heard there's a huge croc in the area, plus a 7-foot shark cruising around, so deciding to stay in close in the near shore area.
In this area here you can see there's little holes in the ground. They're probably sea turtle nests. It's like a prime example of a choking hazard for particularly sea turtles.
unfortunately lots of the animals try and eat it because they see all the colours and think it's tasty, tasty food, and it's having a detrimental effect on the wildlife.
Cape York is a really significant area in terms of species. And Iron Range National Park is actually more like a little mini Papua New Guinea trapped in Australia. A lot of species here aren't found anywhere else in this country, which I think is really cool. But there are lots of species I still don't know. Still haven't seen a green tree python, still haven't seen a palm cockatoo. So yeah, hopefully this afternoon and tonight we can go out and have a bit of an explore.
Whether or not you live 5 metres from the ocean or 500 kilometres inland from the ocean, what we do daily still affects us on a whole.
Part of the application was that they had to sort of pitch to us a project that they would do after they've returned from the trip. We wanted the Trash Tribe to go beyond just the cleanups. Yeah, some of the projects include people recycling the plastic, recycling the ropes into art installations.
The way I'm going to visualise that is through the idea of nests and vessels. To me, it's very interesting to see all the rubbish that's washing up, because I really think that gives us a big insight into actually our values as a society and as a culture.
I ended up cutting some moulds for some surfboard fins. I thought a bit of a common thread through the Clean Coast Collective is that a lot of people are surfers. Yeah, maybe just see how we can recycle some of this stuff on the ground.
A little bit of salt. Then I add some butter.
Butter! Oh, you need the butter! Yeah, it stinks. Everyone's sitting downwind. All right, this is the money shot. You know, we took 12,000 bottle caps off the beach. So anything that we can recycle is better than nothing.
To come here and see it with your own eyes, and like to be able to like go through all the pumice and everything and just keep finding more rubbish, and in the area you thought you'd already cleaned and that, or 5 people have already swept over and you're still finding rubbish. It's so different to see it for yourself.
I try not to get too daunted by it, because if you were that daunted by it, you know, you would just give up. But that's the cool thing about being involved with something like Clean Coast Collective or Tangaroa Blue. You know you're not alone. You're actually working with an army of people, and the more people that get on board and you know, broadcast what they're doing, that just brings more people on board.
Like all the small changes you can make, like a bamboo toothbrush instead of your plastic toothbrush, buying your food in bulk and buying veggies that aren't packaged in styrofoam and cling wrap. It's nothing, like it doesn't even, after a while you don't even think about it.
I defy anyone to say that we haven't had a ball up here, in the harsh conditions, but we've still had a ball, and it's really rewarding.
Took the fall, and hope I realize is a whole new game. When you take the blame, when you lose your faith. Broken friend, your perfect end, my oldest friend.
I just wanted to let everybody know the totals and kind of wrap up the evening, because tomorrow we probably, most of us, part different ways. So in total, the distance that we covered was 6.8 kilometres of beach, 3.12 tonnes of debris. And it works out roughly just over 14 items for every metre of beach that was cleaned. In total, you guys collected and counted 94,482 individual items from Chile Beach. So I think you deserve a round of applause.
I like the idea of, like a bunch of young people going off on like what's kind of like a big cool holiday, really, in a sense. We're going on this amazing adventure, but then at the same time doing something positive with it. So to be able to link those things up and show that, hey, you can go on a really cool adventure, but at the same time do something that's really positive, I think that's really cool.